Check it. Bottom of this deck says signs, angel numbers, synchronicities, spiritual contract, songs, lyrics, telepathic communication, as well as dreaming of or remembering or flashbacks, okay? Like triggering memories, okay? All right, so we're going to call in our angels, our saints, our ancestors, our guides, our teachers, those who are here on our path. We ask for you to come into our space, provide love and divine messages for our highest and greatest good. We're surrounded in divine white light and love, and so it is, and so it will be. All right, so I'm going to use 2 different decks. I was guided to these decks. Okay, divine masculine energy, high vibrational energy, and emperor. All right, so I feel like there's something major playing out here. All right, I feel like we have to talk about this first. They're like, yes, but reconciliation, watching for red flags. Okay. All right. Like their car could be a bit dilapidated, or they could be having car issues, or they might have car issues on their way to reach you. There's something about this car. There's something about like things kind of being in shambles. Okay, so they could be coming from a place of like things are in shambles. Okay, and this is a caution for you. I'm also getting that there could be some energy of being unwell, health issues, spiritual sickness. So someone could get some bad news or find something out about health issues and maybe feeling spiritual sickness. I feel like it's as a result of a lack of integrity or morality. I'm getting like someone might have done something that they're now reaping the consequences for. Okay? I feel like they are reaping what they've sown. Okay? They're experiencing an ego death at this time. Okay? So someone's experiencing, catalyst type events in their life. I'm getting like they've been wearing this mask an awful long time, many masks, okay? And I'm getting like something's playing out, and it's like an awakening. Part of an awakening is an ego death, okay? I feel like, what could be playing out now at this time is they could have gotten caught up in some sort of illegal practice, breaking the law, whether it's spiritual law or physical law. I feel like they could be getting it in both directions. I'm getting fraudulent activity here. I'm picking up on a masculine energy here. Okay, God's wrath and judgment here is playing out as it relates to this, illegal activity, the fraudulent activity, doing something, whether it's violating spiritual law or physical law. All right, yeah, it has something to do with this. Oh my goodness. All right, so I spent 5 minutes trying to find this on the floor. Okay, so there's like spiritual universal laws that were violated here, above and beyond physical laws. I'm getting someone is having a hard time letting go of the past. They have past anger, bitterness, and resentment. And I'm getting that there's karmic family members involved here. And then I would say this may very much be a result of this. Like, right? Also here, childhood trauma. Like, this is something that's just like it's brewing, right? It's been brewing. In other words, it's like been going on and on. And I feel like there's a stop being put to this, like once and for all. Okay? So if this is continuing, just know that this will come to a very drastic end. I have pray more energy. I feel like, you know, there's an energy of watching and stalking and almost like reporting back, right? Let's see. Yeah, your past loved ones protect you while you sleep. All right. Yeah. It's like they're watching to see what's playing out in your life, to see if whatever they're doing is working or whatever they sent your way is working. I'm getting that, you know, they're starting to see things play out in their life, okay? They're starting to see and feel the effects, all right? I have a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Okay. Remember we started with the divine masculine and the upright. This energy's, you know, the mask has fallen off. Someone's being seen for who they truly are now. They can no longer hide. Look, they can no longer hide. They've been wearing a mask this whole time, pretending to be something that they're not. This is like, again, I was talking about immoral integrity, ego death. Okay, so someone's going through an ego death, and as a result is experiencing a downfall. Okay, they could be having mental instability at this time, okay, because like their false reality is crumbling down, and so they're having a hard time maybe managing this, handling this, coping with this, right? They're losing control, okay? It's like the it's the downward spiral of a narcissist, okay? They're surrounded by those that are very toxic, as well as at home and at work. A lot of signs and synchronicities, triple numbers. So someone is waking up, okay, through this process, okay? And it's not an easy process to go through, okay? So whatever false ego they got going on here, I feel like it's crumbling down, okay? I feel like they went into a marriage and there was something unethical, immoral, something that lacked integrity. They may have done something fraudulent together, or this marriage is a fraud, or their connection is a fraud. Maybe this is part of what they're finding out, is that there might have been something done that was illegal, okay? All right. And then I have God's wrath and judgment. And then I have what clarifying that is the light worker, healer, empath. Okay. So I feel like, you know, whatever they did, they messed with the wrong one energy is what I'm getting. And then I get Earth Angel out next and special mission. So yeah, like this was, you know, to keep you from your path, your purpose, why you're here, the mission that you have as part of the divine plan. They try to use this masculine to infiltrate you so that you wouldn't evolve and ascend and be on mission. So this was an attempt to use this masculine to get to you. Okay? right? I feel like let go of past anger, bitterness, and resentment and make a wish because it's coming. All right, so I feel like your wishes and dreams are coming true, okay? This was a karmic connection and lesson, as well as karmic family members are involved. So this could be with you, and this can also be where they're currently invested in as it relates to this divine love, okay? This was for sure was a karmic lesson for you, and now they're learning a karmic lesson with this fake marriage here that they went into, okay? Commitment, whatever this is. For appearances is what I'm getting. For money, okay? For personal gain, for lying, stealing, cheating. Okay, that's this energy, all right? So that's definitely a karmic lesson playing out for them. It was for you, and as a result of that, like you woke up to your purpose and your path, okay? Which is beautiful. So it's like learning what you need to learn. And moving on from it, right? You're letting go of this bitterness and this resentment and like whatever happened. It's like there was a big takeaway for you, right? There's a big takeaway for you. I'm getting like victory will be yours. I'm getting like you worked on your childhood trauma. You worked on your healing, okay? And as a result, you're moving on from it all. Okay, we're talking about a water sign here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have fire signs as well, okay? I have a spiritual awakening and ascension here. We need all the help we can get. All hands on deck, okay? So you volunteered to be here. You're helping those on the path. You're someone who, again, is on a special mission, and your light irritates their demons, and they will do what they can to prevent you from evolving. But when they come after you, they come after God. So maybe they underestimated how strong of a connection you have and why you're here and how strong you truly are. You overcame quite a bit here. And you don't play alone, right? Like you're very supported. All right. I feel like, yeah, they're toxic friends. They're attachments. They're leeches. They're, mirrors. This is like mirroring. Their friends mirror back to them who they truly are. So oftentimes if you needed to gauge like, what company you're keeping it's a reflection of you. So I'm getting someone surrounded by those that are just like them. And they may be waking up to this, okay? They may be waking up to the fact that they're surrounded by, this dark energy that they have called into their existence, their reality here, all right? I'm getting like your ancestors could be haunting them. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, and then I have ancestors are helping you. So, yeah. Maybe, this will be an example for others to learn from, is what I'm getting. There was this like, look at this. Okay, false, feminine, low vibrational, watch for red flags. All right. Okay, that's not clarifying that. That's going over here. Oh, sorry. This is the fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sag. Okay. And they want to prevent this person from reconciling with you. Okay, look at this. Reconciliation, watch for red flags. False feminine, low vibe, watch for red flags. Fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. So I feel like somebody wants to warn you about this past person and kind of like where they're at. Like they're very unstable. And I'm getting like, I feel like this one has a lot to do with the fact that this energy is unstable. And the reason why I'm getting that they had a lot of influence or created, I feel like their friends are also involved, is because of this. I feel like this energy is doing a whole lot of this, and with this masculine, and it's now affected them negatively. Okay, they're in reverse. Okay, and they're also experiencing health issues and spiritual sickness. So the effects are starting to play out here of their own ill will and ill doing. Okay, they may have like thought it was fun and yeah, this is so much fun. Da, 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 da. Yeah, until you reap what you sow. Right? Until you reap what you sow. I feel like remembering that you are worthy, you are enough. Your I am statements, okay? They tried to diminish your worth and value because that's how they felt about themselves. They tried to bring you down with them. And you chose yourself. Air sign. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, okay? Could be also wearing a mask. Could be the energy I'm talking about as far as like pretending to be something that they're not. Look. Air signs are involved here. Either you're an air sign or they're dealing with an air sign. Could be part of this friend group. Who knows? But I have the narcissist. Okay. Toxic devil energy. Toxic friends. Like they're surrounded by mirrored people. They're all immoral. They all lack integrity. They're all wearing a mask. And justice will be served with the Libra energy. Okay. Dude, the shit be hitting the fan. The shit be hitting the fan. Yeah, check this out. Like, I can't make it up. Thank you to my spiritual team. You guys are the best. Black magic, spell work, sending negative energy. All right. Yeah, look at this. Ego death. Ooh, Lordy. Ooh, Lordy. Addictions. Okay. That is really what their fraudulent illegal activity is. It's based off and feeding. Maybe they did something to feed their addictions, alcohol, drugs, sex, and gambling. Very money focused. Okay. So someone got caught up. Okay. In this connection with this person. I feel like this person's only fed their addictions, their wounds. Okay. So it's almost like they know exactly where to hit them. And so it's been like the narcissist energy, right? They know what they're doing. So it's like, depleting someone of their own energy and just continuously, working their angles of manipulation, making promises that can't be kept, doing things, behind someone's back, right? I mean, look at the karmic third party is involved here. So what are we getting at here? So I feel like this is like a tell-all. Okay, this is playing out in the near future. Okay, so it's like, what is it? The trailer to the movie? Here you go. Consider this the trailer to the movie. Get your popcorn ready. Okay, this shit is about to hit the fan, and some of us are gonna be really enjoying some new opportunities here in the near future. Okay. All right. There's also legal issues here. All right. What's this? Legal issues? Oh yeah, legal issues for coming after an earth angel. Okay, and praying for their death. Okay, and doing death rituals. Okay. It's like attempted murder. Yeah. All right, make a wish. A wish is coming on the way to you, soulmate. Okay, someone that you can count on. Okay, okay, take a spiritual bath and cleanse your energy. Okay. Yeah, the legal issues here, they're going to be betrayed, okay? Someone is going to be wearing a mask. Someone is wearing a mask. Someone close to them is wearing a mask and is going to betray them and deceive them. And there's liar here. So someone could call someone out for being a liar. All right? Someone knows the truth, the real truth. Maybe they haven't spoken up yet, but I have something going on here with the legal issues and the deception here. Okay. If it smells like a rat, it's probably a rat. Look at, use your spiritual spidey senses. All right, spiritual awakening, ascension, pray more, tapping into your abilities and gifts, your spidey senses. Like if it smells like shit, it's probably shit. All right, or very close to it. This is trusting your intuition, your visions, your dreams, like all the wonderful ways in which you receive spirit communication and guidance on your path. Okay. Yep. Talk to your guides, your spirit guides, your ancestors, and your saints. Okay. They continue to help you with your energy, your goals, what you're trying to accomplish. Okay. They definitely are handling this group. Just kind of funny. I'm kind of like, I feel like there's a bit of like prankster energy. Okay, so they could be getting like punked. Remember that show, Punked? Oh boy. Let's see. I'm gonna do this deck now. All right. What do we want to add to this? Happening in a theater near you. So emotions are running high, especially when it comes to this past karmic. Okay, someone's extremely angry and fired up. Okay, it has something to do with a commitment, a marriage. Something that they want you to focus on is your I am statements and sharing goals and long-term happiness, realizing that that's what you want to call into your reality. All right, I do have someone denying the truth, refusing to give in and dismissing something for what it truly is. It's like not taking accountability or responsibility and wanting to just avoiding. I have someone upset the fact that maybe someone's focused on the past. I feel like there's also like them being bothered about you moving on. Okay, accepting yourself here, having self-awareness and positive intentions. Like somehow this bothers this person. Okay, that's a them problem, not a you problem. Like you're devoted to what you're here to do, and they can't stop you. They've tried. It triggers the shit out of them that you're happy without them. Look at this person is, like I said, caught in the act. Someone got caught in the act and they're ready to just explode. I'm feeling the around fall as this is playing out. I was feeling like the narcissist collapse. Okay, and it's collective, you all. It's not just like, specifically our karmics. It's like collective. All right, we're seeing this play out on the world stage as well as in our interpersonal relationships. Remember, our relationships are our assignments. Okay, and this is how we go through our soul lessons. Okay, and our experiences. And someone got caught in the act and they're trying to like find a way out and they can't. So they're like a trapped animal, okay? They're like a freaking trapped animal. Emotions running high, like furious, okay? Dealing with this false feminine, okay? Could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, or this is a masculine and feminine energy. Take it how it might resonate, because somebody wants to return back and they want to stop this, okay? They don't want this person healing, is what I'm getting, okay? This is maybe somebody who you had a commitment with, and then there was, you know, some sort of challenge here. I'm getting like there could have been someone who inserted themselves here, right, into a dynamic, right? So everyone's learning from everybody at this time. All right. Someone's about to explode. Flashbacks. I was picking up on flashbacks. Childhood wounds. Okay. These things are surfacing for this person as part of an ego death. Air signs. Okay. More air signs. Clown. Someone doing something for appearances, except for like the joke's on you. A bit of like humiliation and feeling ashamed energy here. Okay. All right, I feel like there's no contact here and leaving this behind, okay? I'm getting someone is obsessed, okay? And they can't let go and they're clinging. They're clinging on to the false reality of theirs. I'm getting they got caught up and there's law enforcement. I'm getting what they got caught up for was temptation. And again, I was picking up over here that whatever they were doing, okay, with this, in this, I'm getting like this marriage was like a front, okay? The marriage was like a front. But behind the scenes, they were doing all kinds of crazy ass shit for money, okay? And it was illegal, it was fraudulent, it had something to do with addictions, or addictions were heavily in influence here. Maybe one was done for the other. I feel like they got caught up and law enforcement's involved. There's actual evidence, money even exchanged, and I see temptation here. So that's what we're getting over here. I know my desk over here is a mess. 1 second. So yeah, I'm getting like this whole like relationship was like a front, okay, to hold up appearances so that someone could wear their mask and do what they want to do behind the scenes without any accountability. And I'm getting like that might have been their agreement. They may have had some sort of like agreement, but they didn't understand like, okay, there's fine print with this agreement, okay? There's strings attached with this agreement. You didn't think everything through, right? Karmic lesson, karmic family involved here. Like something has turned into an obsession so much that they can't be like straight. Like something's like really off here. It's like losing control almost, okay? Look at confusion, feeling invisible, emptiness, running away, lost, feeling lost. Yeah, I'm getting someone may want to, or is thinking about like, you know, contacting you in some way. This could be a call or it could be a visit. You might get reached out. You might receive a contact from like law enforcement regarding this energy. For some of you, maybe not all of you. All right, so don't make that fit, okay? Someone's trying to clean up the evidence here, okay? throwing out memories, letting go, screenshots, proof, and too much, and taking out the trash. Yeah, I'm getting like someone's trying to clean up things because maybe they were using something against somebody, and there may have been like evidence of this, and so they may be trying to clean up the mess, clean up the evidence. Okay, yeah, someone's wanting to communicate here. I was getting that. All right. I feel like they could be reminded of a spiritual contract that y'all had. They may be trying to telepathically communicate because you have them blocked. I feel like you're focused on what is important to you in your life and not what's going on with this person and their drama. Remember, they're going through their ego death, or they will be soon if they haven't already. And so part of this is the process of kind of like all of that life review playing out, all the things that we've done, all the things that we've experienced in life and our childhood. Remember going through all the experiences of like your own self-awareness and seeing how like you are imperfectly perfect or perfectly imperfect, however that phrase is. So I feel like they're going through a bit of this too, okay? It's part of their process. Around spring, we have some time here. All right, with spring, depending on where you live in the world, right? It's fall here, so it would be spring elsewhere in the world. I feel like you're not interested in this energy. Okay, I have earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, around spring. Earth, earth, air energy. What do we have? Someone's talking behind someone's back. They're a snake in the grass. They're attention seeking. So someone could be very jealous about an air sign. So what I'm getting is like third party, love triangle, situationship, the other woman, secret hookup. So I'm getting, you know, someone could be dating someone else behind their back, and it could be going on since spring. Okay, so someone might be doing something here that is for the sake of attention seeking. It could be with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or they could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn around summer. Okay, around summer, someone made an unsafe decision. They weren't thinking, and they got themselves involved in some sort of partner to partner, taking a chance, risking something. All right. Someone could be feeling defensive about this at this time. It could be circulating some past trauma. I feel like it's as a result of some block heart chakra energy here. Okay. Someone's feeling invisible, emptiness, and wanting to run away from their current situation. Maybe from getting caught up and dealing with this law enforcement here. It's like being accountable. I'm getting somebody wants to come by and ask to work it out or negotiate or beg you for something, hoping that you will agree to whatever terms they have. I feel like they want to run away from their problems and they want you to fix it. Okay? I feel like these are not your problems to fix, most importantly. This energy has to hit their bottom in order to come up, okay? Not that you want to wish that on anybody, you certainly don't, But there is something really important that this person is meant to learn from, and you don't want to hinder someone else's learning or growth. Specifically if it's like regarding a soul lesson. All right, so I feel like your guidance is to keep this energy in a no contact situation. Okay, I feel like they're having to hide. Okay, I feel like they've always kind of hidden. Okay, again, like the facade came out and sneaky, so they're putting on a front. Okay, they do things so that people think they're a nice guy or a nice person, so that it supports their agenda. They have hidden motives and weird behavior. And then there's like fake profile here, hiding themselves and plotting and social media. Okay, so I feel like if they do want to communicate with you, it's not something that you can trust. They're doing it to put on a front. Okay, there's something that they want. They want something from you, okay? And they're going to play with emotions. They could be finding themselves in some sort of legal issues or some sort of criminality that would require them to pay fines, pay a lawyer, pay out of jail, like get a bond, like all of those things, okay? You don't need to be involved in any of that. That is this person's problem. So if they come begging for support, you're not going to be supportive. That's the recommendation here. Of course, you have your own free will. You can decide and do whatever the heck you want. I'm sharing possibilities. I'm sharing what's in the energy. I'm picking up on what our channel's karmic energy is. Okay, we're all learning karmic lessons with one another. I'm getting like, come back to this third party energy. All right. So whatever contracts they have with this third party, they're not over with. So by them coming back to you, it puts you back in a third party dynamic, okay? This is what this person does over and over again. You got off that ride, okay? You're all set. There's some sort of secret hookup that they want to mention, okay? And they took a risk on the secret hookup, and they probably should have worn protection, okay? Because I do have health issues and spiritual sickness, okay? Some sort of situationship here is playing out. And this could be happening around this time here, depending on where you live. All right, there is energy here that what I'm being guided to highlight here is a reflection of a soul. Okay, shared feelings and mirrored emotions. So we have some twin flame energy here. And this also can represent like, you know, a spiritual contract as well. So this could have been someone who was a flame to you, a twin soul, or the intention of this lesson and relationship and assignment was to mirror unhealed things within you that, you know, so that you could focus and work on them. All right. It was for a lesson, not a lifetime. Okay. So I love that. So you choosing you would change the trajectory, okay, of this all playing out. Look at justice. All right. There's legal matters. There's divorce. There's legal papers. There's court visit. So this energy needs your financial assistance. They can't afford their consequences. But again, it's their consequences, not yours, okay? They may have to deal with child support, okay? I do have children involved here. Okay, thank you for the info. All right, so you may be someone who connects in your dream state. You may have a strong connection with confirmations, downloads. You may, you know, visit the spirit world and receive all kinds of beautiful messages. So it's like pay attention to your dreams. They're trying to tell you something. For some of you, this may just be kicking off. It hasn't necessarily played out yet. Family, feeling safe and starting a family. Continue to dream about what you want, not what you don't want. Okay, you're a strong leader. Okay, you're somebody who is a healer to others. Your intuition's really strong, and the energy here is a divine feminine. All right, secrets, exposure, being judged, and hidden truth here. All right. What's been done in the dark will come to the light. Oh, slippery. What's done in the dark will come to the light. What's done in the dark will come to the light. All right. Someone's inspired by you. Look at this. Someone holds a flame. Telepathic love. Could it be a twin flame? Emotional bond, and songs remind you of them. I have someone who is being held back, or someone is using some sort of pregnancy scare, entrapment, or has actually conceived, or is pregnant, or is a mother figure here, trying to hold this person back, keep them confused, unable to make decisions, right? From coming towards you, you know, being indecisive and procrastinating. All right, so it's like there's a roadblock here, okay? There's a roadblock here. Yeah, they don't want someone to approach you or communicate with you. Look, approaching voicemail and awaiting text. It's in reverse. Yeah, someone is manipulating this person. They're sleeping with the enemy, for Pete's sake. All right, I feel like there's energy here that wants to express some sort of appreciation, like your vibe, your good vibe, express some sort of love. All right. I feel like somebody is heavily in their addictions, and they're entertaining their options, and they're juggling connections, and there's some sort of like the player versus player, right? Someone's getting played by the player. The player's getting played by the player. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. There was a whole lot of plotting and planning regarding all of this, honestly. Right? This is some dark shit, okay? Longing for you. You're in separation from this person, this group, these people, this family member, whoever the hell this is that we're picking up on, collective. Goodness gracious, right? It's time for an adventure. It's like, let's get out of Dodge. Okay? So, I feel like, you know, this was a break. This was a break-free moment for you, all right? Otherwise, this person would have been playing with your mind, your heartstrings, taking advantage and playing with your feelings, stringing you along for however long they would, because they're not making any changes in their life, right? Fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Someone's playing somebody, okay? Player, mind games, heartstrings, okay? They're with someone else. Like, everybody's with everybody, I feel like. Okay? So they just play games with people. They think of people as like puppets, little dolls to play with. Okay? Someone's getting strung along. Okay, like maybe you were strung along, right? A little taste of their own medicine here. Okay, someone's feeling ashamed, guilty, distant, and blamable, and may have regrets. All right, maybe they're regretting their choice, their decisions, their actions. All right, I feel like there's a new boo and being happy with someone new, and this is new love, and this is somebody who's, you know, gonna show up correct. All right, it's like come correct or not at all kind of energy. You know what I'm saying? You can play your games with somebody else. Right? Around winter is the time frame with that. All right. Someone is realizing that, I don't know, like insatiable, ravenous, uncontrollable desires, must have hunger for pleasure. Someone may have like a sex addiction, okay? Someone does this for money to satisfy their addiction. So it's like doing what they love and also getting paid for it, but it's like illegal on both sides. Maybe that's how they got caught up. All right. Yeah, they're feeling like there's a deadline. All right. Time is running out. Water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. All right. What time does this say on this picture? It says 10:20. October 20th. Third party, love triangle, situationship, the other woman, secret hookup. Can't wait no longer, intervention, on the edge, and time running out. 10:20. That's either a time or a date, someone's birthday, something like that. Someone is feeling like, you know, all their efforts aren't paying off. Someone's doing the bare minimum now. Or maybe always was doing the bare minimum. So there's this energy of feeling unsatisfied. Like seeking outside validation. Okay. Secret hookups. Look at, we have game over, patterns, enjoying the show, getting even, and having really childish, immature behavior. Revenge. Game over. Okay. And then I have union, reconciliation, coming back, second chance, and wanting to rebuild. And then I have someone is anxious. They refuse to give in. They're still playing this game by themselves. And there's silence. You're going to turn your back on any kind of reconciliation with somebody who tried to take you out, essentially. Like, why would you want to be with someone who wants you to not be on this planet? It makes no sense to me, all right? This is, you know, who they are to the core, unless they make changes, okay? You did not get what you needed from this relationship. This energy did not put in any effort, okay? All right, I feel like water sign energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpios coming out. Oh, so I would say all signs present here in some capacity. So what's coming out or will be coming out about this water sign energy is that they very well could have a lifestyle that they have been hiding behind the scenes, okay? And there could be, you know, risks with this, okay, that they maybe have been affected by it this time. There's secrets being held, okay, we've gotten secrets here. They could be in the closet, depending on whatever and whoever this is. They could be understood now as to be like down low, right? That could have been like what this whole marriage cover was, is that if they're married, then they can do what they want behind the scenes without getting questioned, right? But I feel like it caught up to them, okay? And I feel like they took some risks, I can't even pronounce it. They were risky and they made unsafe decisions. And I'm getting, you know, there's something that they're hiding that's going to be revealed. And that's also part of the ego death. That's part of like the mask falling off. Okay, their hidden motives and weird behavior. Well, no wonder. Look at, they've been trying to hide themselves for so long. This also could be like some sort of attachment here that could be affecting somebody, but we'll leave that, okay? I feel like you could receive some sort of surprise. And then I also have someone could be searching, trying to find you They're blocked contact at this time, so they could be like looking you up through other profiles. So maybe clean house on your social media accounts. And this is happening now around fall. That's that whole deck, y'all. Wow, Spirit had a lot to say about this. Oof. All right, so, you know, what's good about this, okay? I'm going to focus on the highlights, and that is that everybody's learning through this experience, okay? It's not just you. It's also them and who they're associated to, and it's like sometimes you don't realize what kind of an impact you have on people, whether you're in their life now or not. Like, you can leave someone 5 years down the road and things be really, you know, coming full circle here, right? As it relates to their lessons. Everybody has their own path. Everybody has their own timeline. And this is what's playing out now in our collective. And what it means is that we're moving towards cycle completion, okay? It means that, like, collectively there's a narcissist collapse, like there's awakening and awareness and ego deaths and people being held accountable for being immoral and lacking integrity. And if there's laws being broken in the physical and the spiritual, they're being handled, okay? It's in divine timing. So I feel like from that point of view, I feel like we're right where we need to be, okay? So everything's working out, like, according to plan. And I feel like that's so beautiful, even though it's very difficult. Like, we remember what it was like to go through our process. Not that our process is like theirs, nor do we need to have, like, all this, you know, compassion for those who wanted the worst for us. But at the end of the day, like, we're better people because of it. And from that perspective is what I share, right? Is that, like, I'm a better person because of my experiences, okay? And that's a choice I make every single day. We all have a free will choice, and we all are responsible for our own healing, and we're all responsible for understanding the universal laws in which we're governed by. And these are laws above man, okay? So if we're breaking the laws of man as well as above man, then we may need to take a look at ourselves and figure out what the hell we're doing here, because there's a plan, and it's most important that you figure out what yours is. So I'm gonna leave you with that. I'll see you guys in the next reading. I feel like things are playing out. It's all for the highest and greatest good, whether you understand this now or not, okay? So be grateful for where you are in your process, okay? Your process is unique to you, okay? So if you find yourself, you know, not experiencing this yet, or you just are experiencing this, and this is kind of all new to you, or whether you're on the other side of this and, you know, you're embracing your path, you know, we're all equally important, okay? We all contribute in some way, shape, or form. So hopefully this will be a catalyst for them to align with their purpose, either, you know, be an example towards these others, right? To say, hey, like, maybe I do have time to kind of, like, wake up to things and make changes and all of that, or not, right? Everybody has, again, their free will choice. So I'll leave you with that. I'll talk to you guys on the next reading, and I hope you have the most amazing day, and I'll see you soon.